Know who we are? Come on. Come on. Hello, everybody. Sorry for the tardiness. As always, Sandra's not here to crack the whip, so me and Logan were kind of just grab assing off camera. So sorry about that. I was admiring his carbon hat. Logan is quite
Thanks.
the prolific pickleballer. I have fallen down the pickleball highlight rabbit hole, especially like on Instagram. I'm so bullish on
Great.
Instagram. I think people like I've bought so much stuff off Instagram of late. I don't know if I'm going through like midlife crisis stuff or what's going on, but like the ads have been so sensational. I don't know what's your like drug of choice. Is it the TikToks, the
I like Instagram
Facebook?
too, but I think it's our age group. I think that
Oh my
it's
gosh,
just
our
wild
weirdos.
watching Gen Z. Like my friend's sister, stepsister is like
Uh-huh.
22. It's just a
Yeah.
different world for them. I'm 32, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
How interesting. Yeah,
Um,
the
I
Instagram
love
ads.
Instagram. Yeah.
It's been heat. Yeah, it's been heat. There he is, Richard Silva. Thank you for your masterpiece. I'm going to show it off. This Richard does a bunch of incredible stuff with acrylic, more specific, incredible shoe displays, as well as if you got a little cheddar, this isn't cheap, but he'll do jersey mounting. So we got our hockey jersey mounted. Very very cool stuff. And
Sick.
Surinder, the meeting will absolutely be recorded. Um, so yeah,
Oh,
I guess
Sonder, a little
without further.
well, no, I'm gonna kick something off. We got Instagram rolling. I gotta say something. It's a marketing webinar, right? Mainly.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Let me blend the two worlds. So we're talking about
Oh,
Instagram. We're talking about
please. Yep.
discovery. I love it as a discovery mechanism. Today's webinar is all about Amazon, our new integration. But I will say one thing that I really enjoyed that had me like converting like crazy. There's just one guy that I follow on TikTok. I guess somehow they're blending the data between TikTok and Instagram. I don't know how they're doing it, but those guys are crazy. I get served this guy's video on Instagram through Discovery. So he's telling
Yep.
me all this cool stuff about. He's a bartender, so he's going through like these drinks, and he's like, check out my Amazon link in the description to get some of the stuff that I recommend here. And I was like, absolutely, like I want to make this drink, and he had like this sweet Japanese knife. It was only like $30, and like I'm already a Prime member, so like I click. I mean, it was like 3 clicks, and I had this knife on my door in 2 days, and I was like, what an opportunity for people to have influencers that have Amazon, like they have like these little pages, like lists the
Yeah.
influencers do.
Yep.
And then just
Yep.
like link out to those things, have your products available and give them a kickback. That it was just a super seamless thing. I thought it was great.
See, that's why I'm so bullish on live shopping, and that's not like totally specific live shopping. I think the kids would refer to this more as like product placement, where it's
Mm.
like he's doing a thing and he's doing a thing with a thing. Uh,
Yeah.
but I still, either way, it's fantastic. I forget where I was reading that, but kind of on that same vein of, I can't remember if it was like Cards Against Humanity, or it was some sort of like card game kind of thing, and they basically seeded these influencers, but obviously they paid them because they were pretty big. But the influencers basically didn't even talk at all about the card game. It was basically like if me and you were playing this game together, we were just TikTok live streaming it, shooting the shit, and then people would ask like, "Oh, what's that game you're playing?" Blah blah blah, and they would just drop a link, and it just sold like hotcakes. So I'm with you. I
Yeah.
think there's a certain aspect of that's where I think YouTube falls a little flat. Like YouTube and because a lot of people consume. I guess that's not true. I don't know what the usage is, but I probably consume more YouTube on my TV or computer than phone. What's your split?
I'm a YouTube whore. I love YouTube.
Same, same.
But I do consume a lot on my TV. But I will say, here's something interesting about YouTube that I think they could benefit from, because I will watch like it could be from a brand, it could not be from a brand, like an influencer, and they're wearing something or they're using something that I think would be cool.
Yep,
The process of figuring out what that is sucks. But here's the thing: YouTube is owned by Google.
yep,
Why not do reverse image searches on like everything in the video and
totally,
just show me below the video all the products from the reverse image searches?
totally. Or linked to
Like
like a
this
Google
guy in this literal
Shopping
like
or
30
something.
seconds is wearing this shirt and these pair of shoes and this, that. It's like perfect. I
Hundred
don't have to
percent.
look up anything.
Amazon does a really cool thing called X-Ray, where it gives you like all the deets about everything. Like it's the actor, the thing, and I
Mm.
think they could do something cool. But we're kind of burying the lead here. A couple of housekeeping things. If you didn't get your Whaley's ticket, I love you. I'm sorry, we're sold out, but we will be streaming it, so we'll let you know what that link will be shortly. And you can sign up to be notified when the streams go live. What else I got for you? We have some really cool generative AI waitlist stuff that is going to drop, I believe, tomorrow. And then the Amazon. So let's explore Amazon a little bit. Soon surrender.
Putting it in the questions.
Okay, good. Thank you. Surendar has a really good question. But before we jump in, let's see how many. I'm going to do a cool little poll here while I riff. How many new poll do you sell on Amazon?
Yeah, we need to know like the market penetration, because the integration kind of not gangbusters, but really solid amount of people integrated this week. So I'm curious, like how many folks who are in our community are selling there or considering it.
Yes, you should be able to vote right over in the polls tab, or it should be straight up on you. And I'll just fill some time while everybody's voting. And I'd love to hear your thoughts here, Logan, as well, because all the awesome stuff you did at Section 119. Were you guys Amazon, or you were strictly Shoppies, right?
Yeah, strictly Shopify at the time. Here was the reasoning. I think you're probably going to lead me into why we didn't or did. The reason was the economics, mainly because not only did we have like costs and shipping, right? Ours was unique in the fact that we had to actually give a kickback to like Warner Brothers Media, who owns the rights.
Got it. Yeah.
To the merch. So, whatever Amazon fees are, it's like when you start just adding it all up, you would need just a lot of organic sales there. You couldn't, it just didn't, economics probably didn't make sense for ads. But they might do it now. I think they have an Amazon shop now. So I need to check back in with them and see how it's going.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'll give you guys a few more seconds to vote, but yeah, that's what I think. There's a few things going on there, right? So the economics are different. You don't control as many actors in the play. So Amazon is notoriously ruthless, where I've heard horror stories of people's products getting taken down because one bad review, et cetera, et cetera. And if that's your lifeblood, like think of Shopify just shutting down your store, or Stripe just cutting you off. Like it's a pretty big matzo ball hanging out there. So that can instill a little bit of fear. The other thing is, if you run out of stock, Amazon will instantly delist you. You basically just get evaporated from the Amazon ecosystem, which is like great for the user, but like really challenging for a business trying to do that. And then the last thing I would say is, you've been to like a Costco, right?
Oh yeah, my wife.
Yeah, Costco's great. Yeah, no, Costco's sensational, and like you can get $1, obviously, hot dogs at Costco, which are delicious. Don't judge. Or you can buy like a $60,000 bottle of whiskey. Like it has range. It's really crazy how it's not like just this kind of like, it's not like a dollar plus store or something where it's like this bargain store. Like there's really nice TVs, et cetera, et cetera. Like the point I'm getting to here is, if you buy an iPhone there and you buy an iPhone in an Apple store, it's the same walk out of the door product, right? Like you leave with the same thing, but the experience is just totally couldn't be any different. Where in the Apple store, you just feel like this king or queen, like you're on top of the world. You're acquiring the best phone on the planet. How cool. This is crazy. Whereas Costco, it's just like, hey, it's this kind of grungy warehouse experience that you just get it and go. And so I think that's how I would equate Amazon. Is Shopify is more like an Apple store where you can really curate that experience, where Amazon is more about just getting in and out. The consumption and the logistics are optimized, but the customer experience in terms of that like luxury brand vector is really not great. So anyways, that's my little riff.
No, it's good. No, I think everybody here will probably resonate with that, and especially since 82% of folks here are on Amazon. So
it's pretty crazy. Okay, awesome. Thank you guys for voting. That was fun. Okay, cool. And now, how do I get out of this thing? Okay, amazing. All right, we have some. Oh, that's a really good question, Ray. Well, let me show it off first real quick, Logan, and you can talk me through it, and then let's answer some questions. How's that sound?
Yeah, and I think there's and Sarandar, don't worry, we'll get to yours as well. But yeah, Ray, right now NC ROAS is not a metric we have available for Amazon specifically. So Rob will pull this up. We'll kind of go through each of the sections. We have 3 different sections that come with your Amazon integration. So it's the Amazon sales, the Amazon ads, and then the Amazon stats. And so unfortunately, one of the stats that doesn't come through or is unavailable for Amazon is new customer ROAS, but of course, blended ROAS is there. And one of the things too, Rob, I was curious about, I'll talk through these metrics in a minute, is like how many folks are pushing orders from Amazon back to Shopify as like their CRM. I wasn't using Amazon before, but I imagine that's probably common practice. Not sure. But you probably could see new customers account of orders from Amazon as a channel in Shopify. So maybe we can bring that in. But yeah, so as you, for anyone who hasn't connected to Amazon yet, you want to do that from the connections page. That's on your left-hand side of the store there. So go into the connections page. You'll see all of our integrations. Amazon's one of them. It'll connect to your account. And then you'll basically have, after we import, you'll have all 3 of these sections here. And there is a section or an area where you can, in Triple Whale Stats, Rob, if you want to scroll down to the Triple Whale Stats section. This is actually really cool, by the way, which may be at the bottom. I'm not sure.
That was my bottom. So Facebook. These ones.
That's Shopify. Where's the Triple Whale Stats? I can't. Maybe your screen's on lag. There it is. Awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So there's a little checkbox there, so you can include your Amazon sales and ad data right into your Triple Whale Stats. So that can affect things like net profit, ROAS, MER, net margin, and then like ad spend. Because this customer here, I'm not sure what date you're on, the 1st of the 18th this month. I was looking at maybe last 30 days, and almost 18% of total ad spend was being spent in Amazon for this customer. So if you want to include Amazon stats in your blended stuff, this is a great way to do it. But yeah, I mean, I think the major benefit here, number one, is just like if Amazon is a part of your store's story and like the money you're bringing, the revenue you're bringing in, it's extremely important to have it available in Triple Whale. Number two, if you are working off this blended MER or ROAS metric, and Amazon is a place where you are spending money as a channel, or you're spending money on channels like Facebook and thinking, or driving traffic to Amazon, then you definitely need to know what revenue could be coming from Amazon. We'll get to attribution in a minute. But yeah, I think that's the main story to tell right now, is just like trying to bring in every possible integration we can to give you the best full picture of your business. And Amazon was like, being screamed from the mountaintops for ages now. So we're excited to have the first iteration of it in here.
Yeah. Great stuff. Kenny, that's a great question. Let's knock out some questions really quickly. Let's add Kenny's as well. Oh yeah. People are coming through. All right, let's do this. All right, Surrendar, can we see the complete customer journey after this Amazon integration? Like if someone has served an ad on Facebook and then he purchases it from Amazon, can I see this journey? Unfortunately, and dang, this is 5 upvotes. Look at this. People want this. So this is something that we are working heavily on. Because you don't really own the checkout experience on Amazon, there's some real big technical hurdles in terms of us integrating our attribution solution into that. It's definitely something that is on the roadmap. How quickly we accomplish it, I don't know. So anything that's a function of attribution, like your customer journey, like attributing your ads to it, is definitely going to be on a longer timeline for us, probably Q2, Q3 kind of stuff, where anything internal or just trying to update a lot of macro metrics, it's either done already or will be done very, very shortly. So unfortunately, this integration does not cover any sort of attribution. However, it is free. So there is that. So we're not going to charge you any more money for this. This Amazon revenue does not count towards your pricing tier or anything like that. This is just free sauce on the top, but definitely heard. And attribution is something obviously we take very seriously, and we want to integrate into the product as quickly as possible. But this one is just a little bit tricky for a few technical reasons. So I hope 10 upvotes. Geez, we need to put this in Canny and really push this through, because it seems like the thirst is here.
The biggest problem is probably going to be the fact that I don't think that Amazon's going to let anybody put a tracking pixel on their site.
It will
so,
not. Yeah.
So melding journeys like that is going to be tough. But I will say one thing that we're going to do that we're working on that I think will help build a better picture for you is the aggregation of post-purchase survey data and order data by channel. So one of the things, I'll give 2 examples here. Let's say you're selling on Amazon, but you're not doing ads on Amazon, but there's potential there for people to organically find out about your brand through the search function, right? Or your product rather. So in a post-purchase survey, if you're using K&O or Faring right now, you can go ahead and add Amazon there as an answer, and go ahead and do your own analysis of that on the side. In the near future, you'll be able to add that answer into the Triple Whale post-purchase survey if you're using ours. And then by the end of the month, maybe early February, we're going to blend that data with the attribution data. So if someone says they found out about you through Amazon, we can use that information to give Amazon the credit it deserves on a certain weight in the pixel table. Now, in the customer journeys, which we're reworking now too, what we could do is set up a filter that says all orders that are attributed to Amazon, that's because the channel was Amazon where they ordered. We could show potentially based on survey data or click data from that email that we captured from Amazon, right? We could maybe find a way to link journeys together there that we knew they clicked on a Facebook ad at one point in time. We also know that the order came from Amazon. So those are definitely things that are like top of mind, but I don't think we're gonna be able to put like a pixel on Amazon so that we can get that checkout event and like add to cart, those kind of things. But trying to meld these journeys and paths together is super important to us.
Yeah, that's well said. 12 upvotes. Let's get it into Canny. Great, Sundar. Great question. Hit me up at Rabah, RABAH at triplewhale.com. Get you some free merch. I just need your size and where you want the merch sent. NC ROAS, one of my favorite. I was actually just going back, Logan. August 17th, the 3 ROAS to rule them all entered the world. And you know through what vector? The first issue of Whale Mail. Can you believe Whale Mail has been around? Yeah. August 17th, first issue. August 17th. It's crazy. We've been doing the dang thing for a while. To Logan's point, they don't give us any data in terms of this is a new or returning customer. The other thing is we start to get into some, not semantics, but we need to, I think, ultimately what we want to think through is like there's basically like 3 permutations: new to Shopify, new to Amazon, new to the business. But then you have a new to Amazon but already did Shopify. You have a new to Shopify but or old to shop. Anyways, you guys get what I'm saying. So there's a little bit more nuance there, but it's a really good question. And at the end of the day, I think we all really care about incrementality and bringing in new sales to the fold with your paid media. So Ray, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, Ray. But unfortunately, we do not have an NC ROAS metric as of yet on Amazon, and we probably won't be able to get a pure one, but we might be able to infer using your Shopify data, et cetera, and say this is a new person to the business. But again, we don't know who your past Amazon customers are previously, but as Amazon people come through, we can then kind of mark them as an Amazon person, Shopify person, or both. So really good question, though. Anything else to add, Logan?
No, I think we can answer that question for customers. I got to figure out, just so you guys know, we've been in touch with the product manager who helped bring this to life. We wanted to like kind of show off this feature, number one, to everybody who was interested, but also gather feedback like this because I think we'll have an opportunity, depending on the data we can grab from Amazon, we could probably tell you how many orders are brand new customers altogether. From Amazon in general. So this is good feedback right now. It's not available, but I like the idea for sure.
Man, it's a lively bunch today. I love it. Okay, cool.
I'm throwing in some questions right now that are coming through the chat. If you guys have questions, like let's make sure it's in the questions tab. But if you want to chat amongst yourself or throw in anecdotal feedback or just feedback in general, just throw it in there.
Chat amongst yourselves. Anybody
That's
get
right.
that reference? A little SNL reference? Come on, people. Come on. So if my Amazon is connected through Codisto and sales flow through to Shopify, does TDEB prevent it from double reporting? Ooh, great question. What's Codisto though? I'm not even hip to the game.
I'm not hip to that game either. But yes, I believe but you don't have to have it double counted. Like it's almost like triple attribution. You're on the summary page, you will see Amazon specific sales pulled from their API. So that's what they're reporting on there as the sales. But I guess good for you, your total reported sales from Shopify will be accurately inclusive of Amazon in your summary page on the Triple Whale stats and Shopify stats.
Codisto is the sales channel that brings in orders into Shopify for fulfillment. I gotta look this up. I'm still not tracking. Melissa, did that answer your question? If not, maybe Logan can go into more detail, but
let's see.
Okay. Just yell at us again, Melissa.
Sounds like it will double count.
It will double count.
Well, I mean, as in like, I guess what I want to make sure of is that in Triple Whale, you'll have the Shopify section that tells you how many, like the amount of revenue you made. And then you'll also have a section that shows you Amazon revenue and sales there. So we're not counting, those two metrics are not going to be duplicated again. They're just kind of separated, and Shopify sales is inclusive of Amazon already because you're already pushing it to Shopify. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I think you're saying the same thing. Richard's dropping dimes as well as Anthony. So I think we're on the same page. If you still have, you'll need to back out to. Okay, perfect. Yeah, Melissa, Rob at Triple Whale or Logan at Triple Whale, and you can ping us or our CX team can help you move through these things. But very, very good questions. I appreciate that. And all the amazing camaraderie in here. Let's go, Richard, Anthony, Mario, everybody. I love this. I love it. What a vibrant Wednesday. Okay, so we got that one done. Where are we at? Oh wow, Logan, we got to move here, huh?
I know. Okay. This is great.
Robert Ryan, for D2C brands that are likely to go Amazon in 2023, what are some things you wish? Ooh, what a great question. You wish you knew beforehand when launching on Amazon. So I can jump in here because I actually was part of a business that did this. But anybody drop in the chat filter because that's a really interesting question. But
yeah,
as Logan was saying, you need to be cognizant. You need to almost operate both channels as different profit centers. Like obviously they can roll up to the same P&L, but like in your mind they're kind of running in parallel. And so what that means is there's different economics there, like the pick and pack, the distribution fees, the seller fees, et cetera, are all different. And so what happened with my client was they only had select SKUs on Amazon. So it wasn't the whole catalog, and it was basically the highest selling SKUs. And then they really niched down into certain categories, and then they ended up really printing money. And then they would bring things over as they either sunset from Shopify or, and so not that it was like a place for bargain stuff, but it was really the products that had the most incredible economics but also had sales velocity. That's what he sold on Amazon, and then obviously Shopify encompassed his whole catalog. So that would be something that I would be very cognizant of. Like, don't feel pressure that you have to have everything on your Amazon store. The other thing is, if you do FBA or anything that Amazon fulfills, you essentially have to ship them inventory. So that is basically inventory risk that you can't sell from your Shopify store. So you start to have to become a little bit sophisticated in your logistics and operations because you're essentially running two supply side channels where you need to make sure that Amazon has enough inventory as well as your Shopify. So those would be my high level things. Logan, what do you got?
No, that's good. I think just in general, familiarize yourself with all the economics that go into it. Whether you're doing FBA, understand the fees compared to Shopify. Are you planning on setting up like your own brand store there? Do you just want to upload individual products? And then like make sure you understand where you can dive into the data that's driving your decision to move forward or not. So like for me, I'd be very interested in knowing like what kind of search volume is happening for keywords that I think are related to products of mine. Because I think Amazon has the ability to drive a lot of sales to your product if it can be found through like non-brand search.
Yep. And I was actually I just had Stephen Borelli on of Cuts Clothing, and they are not on Amazon yet. And he had an interesting take where he knew he was losing quote unquote revenue, but how much of that revenue and this like increase in logistics that he had to deal with, it just wasn't that exciting to him. So he was thinking that he might do it in more of like a fire sale fashion of kind of SKUs that stopped having a really high velocity and put it there. So all sorts of different strategies. Richard has some really good ones here. So brand registry, SEO, obviously keywords that will really make or break a listing. Obviously reviews. So this is interesting. You can be prime without FBA. That is today I learned. So that's pretty cool. So you can still take advantage of that. I have to dig in to see how that is, but that's pretty interesting. FBA is definitely spicy. So FBA can really eat into your margins. Again, make sure that you come to Amazon with some very healthy economics because it can get kind of nasty. And then build out a storefront. Love that, where you can really make your Amazon page pretty awesome, especially using that brand registry as Richard mentioned. Don't run out of inventory. That is a really big one because again, they will delist you as soon as you are out of inventory, and so that ain't the path. And then another one. Jeez, Richard, we got to get you some gear, baby. If I haven't sent you any, you know where to get me. And then the last recommendation he has is Helium 10 for competitive research. So that's fantastic. That is a really great explanation. Oh, and then George has some heat as well, and then we'll move on to the next question. You can fulfill your Shopify orders directly through Amazon using the app Weebie, among others. It's called multi-channel fulfillment. It's actually pretty cost-effective, and I store and fulfill at my Shopify, Etsy, Amazon orders using FBA. Whoa! So there's another. I was today years old. That's pretty slick as well. So George and Richard, you guys are Amazon gurus. Love that. Love that. Oh, so okay, but then Morton has some pushback. Here we go. Says that in my experience, that FBA converts a lot better than FBM. Interesting. So there's some nice amount of balance there and there for you. But really good stuff, everyone. And we have an Amazon channel in Narwhal Nation, if you guys aren't already in there, where you can go deeper with more than 2,000 triple whalers in there. But really good questions and answers. Thank you, Richard and George. Those are very good recommendations. All right, where are we at, Logan?
That's awesome.
We are moving.
All right, a lot of questions here.
Okay, Mendel. Oh, this is actually really good. I'll let you take this one, Logan. Will the Amazon feature be a standalone option to subscribe to? If I don't sell on Shopify and only Amazon, can I just sub to this feature? Fantastic question, Mendel.
No, it's a good question and probably a good feature request. I know that it is an objective of ours at Triple Whale this year to expand outside of Shopify, so to support sellers of other platforms. Right now, I've not heard that Amazon will be a standalone product. Right now, I think we're thinking of it as a supplementary product to folks who are on Shopify, but that's a great idea. And something I can bubble up to the rest of the team for sure.
Yeah, that's a really interesting question. It's a very interesting question. I like
so
that.
Amazon dedicated sellers. Yeah, I think we'd like to know like more about like the metrics that you can't get in Amazon. Like, what would you want out of a triple whale? In that case, that'd be really cool to know too. If you want to send me an email and let me know, I'm Logan at triplewhale.com. I'd love to know like what things you're missing from Amazon that Triple Whale can help you uncover.
Love it. Man, this is one of the best ones we've done so far. You guys are killing it. This creepy Logan Brown guy keeps submitting questions. I don't know what's going on here. I kid.
Pulling him out of the chat.
This is Kenny B. So does the Amazon sales show FBA and merch fulfilled together in Amazon sales, or is sales 50% off?
I think he's saying our sales is 50%.
Oh,
So
Got it,
Kenny, correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. If your sales right now does not match what's in Amazon, it could be due to some of the rate limiting we're hitting with Amazon's API. I do know that we're at like not a standstill, but there's a bit of a stall and backload because of all the people that integrated. So if that's the case, let me know. If your sales are off by 50%, you can, I see you're typing now. So that could be the reason. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so it sounds like that's the problem is our rate limits that we're hitting. But I will make a note of that too. I think the answer is yes, but make a note here.
Are you too, George? Okay, we need to check their stores. Yeah, just ping us offline, either in Narwhal Nation or Logan at Triple Well. Ideally, Narwhal Nation's a little better. Logan's inbox is a little gnarly, but and then you can always ask sales to re-import your data. But we did have some rate limiting things where we're actually one of Google Cloud's top customers. Believe it or not, we're pulling down so much data. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Fantastic points though. And then Kenny also had a really good point here, kind of ancillarily. Don't get screwed by Amazon loss and damage products at FBA. When we say FBA, we mean fulfilled by Amazon, just to keep everybody up to speed. Use SellerBench to get your money lost on lost and damaged items. That's welcome.sellerbench.com. Like my sponsorship voice? That's good, right? People need to buy some sponsorships. Let's go, people. We got to pay for the Whaley somehow. It's going to be crazy. Okay, moving on. Fantastic questions. Okay, where are we at? I thought we answered Kenny. Okay, Kenny has another one. We're going back to back. Kenny B, let's go. Does the data from Amazon only start being imported at the date of integration, or will the data eventually be completely imported all the way back from the launch of the Amazon account? That's a great question. I think, yeah.
I'm almost positive it's 60 days right
I think
now.
that's what is denoted on the, it says Amazon data is available from 60 days prior to the integration, but we do have a big fancy data lake that will warehouse all this data. So that will start to expand and expand. I don't know if we're going to pull historicals in, but we didn't originally for Shopify, and then we expanded into the look back window, but I'm not as privy to the intricacies of the Amazon API compared to the Shopee. So right now it's 60 days, but we can definitely put a request in Canny. And I think that'll be really interesting as well as that data starts to proliferate through insights, et cetera, to get those historicals. But really good question, Kenny.
Yep.
Okay, moving on. Carlos Hernandez. Does the Amazon connections bring in ROAS, Rev, etc. for multiple marketplaces? Another fantastic question. I'm pretty sure it's only one marketplace, but this is Logan's domain.
I mean, based on the information I've been given, it supports US, Canada, and Brazil, and Mexico right now. So those are the marketplaces we support. So it should be multiple, excluding any that aren't those: US, Canada, Mexico, Brazil. And then I know like UK and the EU are on the roadmap for sure.
Oh, amazing. All right, Richard, have a good pump. Appreciate you, brother. Okay, everybody's doing good here. Okay, moving on to that. This is a lively bunch. Right when we need Sonder. Can you believe this? This guy's South Spain, gallivanting in Monaco. Me and you, Logan, we're doing the real work, hanging out with the people, answering questions, doing the thing. Feels good. It feels good.
Oh, yeah.
Cheyenne, where are the UK? Good question. I mean, obviously, so our biggest markets are States, Canada, EU, and UK. So they are very, very top of mind. Do we have a timeline, though?
I don't have a timeline right now. I don't think I was given a reason why we're not there right away. But I know that we've already gotten multiple requests, so I'm sure the product team's on top of it.
Love it. And you owe me a picture of you in your hoodie, mister. What's going on here? Okay, amazing. Okay, on to George. George Miller says, how long does it take for the Amazon data to sync? It's pretty snappy, if I'm not mistaken, right? Or am I lying?
No, it would be snappy. Again, this is going back to some of the people who are having trouble with their data not looking accurate compared to Amazon. we're hitting rate limit issues with their API.
Oh,
So,
got it.
yeah. So if you're not seeing a full representation yet, that's the reason. So we're working pretty hard on it. Like we have a dedicated developer trying to get those limits increased and get everybody's data in. So it's coming.
For people that aren't that technical, you can think of it as we are going up to the Amazon all-you-can-eat buffet, and we keep eating too much, and they keep getting mad at us and saying, "Hey, you got to wait and let other people get some rate limiting stuff." So we're eating too much at the buffet. Did you ever do Sizzler? Was that a thing? Where you from? Anybody do the Sizzlers? Are those even around still? It was or Ponderosa. Anybody from the Midwest? Any Ponderosa people? Ponderosa? Nobody? Nothing? What was you? What are you like? Golden Corral? You didn't do buffets on Sundays? What are you talking about? Nothing? You weren't a buffet guy? Oh my
Me?
gosh! Yeah. Sizzler. Leslie gets it.
Golden Corral. I mean, I've been there. Yeah.
Leslie gets it. Yeah, Ponderosa. Let's go, Melissa.
Never heard of Ponderosa.
Oh, it's very
TGI Fridays.
Yeah. Middle class fancy. That's such a good moniker. I love it. Okay, I derailed us. I'm sorry, folks. Okay. I don't think so, but good question, Greg. And maybe we can we'll make a note of these questions and we can talk to the Amazon PM to help kind of get to the dirty deets. It's a really gnarly API. I was actually pretty surprised because I was reading the Everything Store, and one of the things Bezos wanted to do is essentially like API-ify the whole Amazon org. So it's not a monolith. It's like calls on calls on calls. But I guess it wasn't. The API not being great is kind of one of life's great ironies. But anyways, is there a way to separate FBA and FBM sales? I think we merged.
I've made a note of it.
Okay.
It's not an answer. Unfortunately, I don't have an answer for you.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think we do it now. I'm sure there might be a way, but we'll get a definite answer for you.
Yes, Greg. So we'll get you an answer. Sorry, we do not have it currently.
Oh, just a heads up, these questions that are coming through, fantastic. I'm making notes of them, and we're also going to review this recording again with our lead product person. The answers to your questions will be available in the knowledge base article. So go to kb.triple-l.com, and there's an Amazon article. We'll make sure this Q&A is all there so that you and anyone else coming on board will have the answers too. So just know that's where we'll have the answers for you.
Yeah, and then make sure you join the Amazon channel on Narwhal Nation. We'll be sure to double post it there as well so you guys can keep up and we can have a running dialogue as well. Good call outs though, Logan. Great call outs. Alexa Bojic? How would you say that? Alexa Bojic? Beautiful
name. That's me. I can't do these things.
Okay. This is a good point. I think so. This is starting to get outside of my area of expertise. Again, I'm not super privy to the seller partner API. But yes, we would definitely have some sort of unique identifier, ideally probably the email, thinking the assumption there is, people use the same email in Amazon as they do on Shopify, et cetera, et cetera. So there's some edge cases that we'd have to iron out, but I'm pretty sure if this is available, this is the path we're going down because that was the number one. No, I wouldn't say number one, but that was definitely top of mind in understanding how to dedupe people and how to give even more insight across both marketplaces. So really good question and a very good suggestion. Oh, we're making it to the top. All right, J-Dub, John Wilson. Recently had my buy box drop to 0. Not sure why. I went from 100 to 0 overnight. Any way to troubleshoot this? That sounds very much so like a rate limiter issue. If you ping CX, they should be able to either see if you're being rate limited and or re-import your data, unless, Logan, you have a more...
No, it's probably the best thing to do. Yeah, hit the chat up, and they can check your account. Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. Because you don't want to go 100-0. You want to go 0 to 100. Here all night, folks. Make sure to tip your waitress. Come on. Tough crowd today. That's been a great crowd. You guys have been incredible. Okay, then we have 2 more for Mike Talon. We recently integrated with Amazon, and not all the data is in TripleWhale, though some of it is. Does it take a long time to fully integrate, or does it not show 100% of sales? Again, 99% sure this is a rate limiting issue.
Yeah.
We knew we were probably going to get close to the rate limits, but we had a little bit of underestimation in terms of the adoption. And then there's also, because we are essentially a fairly new API, there's no way to really storm into Amazon and ask for these atrocious, extremely high rate limits. And so you have to start to walk up your quota. It's similar to, I don't know if you guys have used like pushing your increments up on Facebook or Google or what have you. They bill you at like basically like $50, $100, and as you spend more and more money with them, they let you raise that billing limit. It's very similar to API calls, especially if you don't have a previous relationship with the company. So ping CES and chat and make sure it gets handled. And if not, come yell at me and I'll send you some merch, make you happy, and then fix your Amazon. But good question, Mike. And then, another good question. Oh, this is a really good question, actually. We kind of touched on it, but I don't believe this is the case. So do you have, this is again from Mike T. Do you have to integrate each Amazon Marketplace country separately? And does Triple show the country separately or as one sum? I believe it's only one marketplace as of now, but Logan can correct me.
Yeah, when you do the connection, I'm in the understanding that you can choose the marketplaces in a pop-up. So you're going to integrate, connect to your account. There's going to be a pop-up to choose, almost like you were choosing ad accounts or something for Facebook.
Right.
So they should be available there. But currently we accept Canada, US, Mexico, Brazil. So if there's a marketplace that's outside of that, it shouldn't be available right now, but hopefully coming soon. And then, yeah, everything's just one sum for now. Yeah, not split out by marketplace.
Amazing. Amazing. Dun, dun, dun. Ailco, we have after this concludes, they'll send you a link to the it has to render, usually takes a few minutes to render, and then we'll send you the link to the replay. I don't think there is any like fubu.tv style where we can start from the beginning, so sorry about that. Holy smokes, that's it. All the questions. This has been super fun.
We're good though.
These have been great. What else? So what else we got? If you guys got more questions, feel free. What other housekeeping stuff? Whaley's February 1st and 2nd. Unfortunately, we are sold out to come visit in person. But we do have a streaming setup planned, so I'll get you guys all the details there. You will obviously be the first to know. We are starting a new initiative. It's kind of quirky. 0% has anything to do with anything, but our partnerships lead, Mia, is fantastic, and we're going to start aggregating some of the best music to buy ads to. So we'll now have a Spotify playlist that you too can contribute to. What else? We started something called Inside the Whale. I hope you guys subscribe to it. That goes out every Sunday. It has all the compilation of all the awesome events going on, really cool things, and ways that you can get involved in the D2C community, whether that be in real life events, virtual events, really good thought pieces that we think are awesome. What else we got? I think that's it. We'll have another road show in Salt Lake City this quarter. So we're going to do road shows in 4 cities again this year. Salt Lake City. Where am I going? Salt Lake City, Chicago, Amsterdam, Miami. So that should be really fun. Every quarter we'll be in a new city. What else I got, Logan?
I mean, since I'm such a big hat guy, I was new to the new hat you just told me about.
Oh, I'm bearing the lead here. You guys want to see some heat? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Somebody want? We should do maybe some trivia for the 5-panel, huh? This thing's sick.
That looks great.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You should see all the Whaley stuff, dude. It's so good. Yeah, we just dropped some heat on the 5-panel. So this thing is money, and then these where'd it go? That's one of my favorite shirts, the road shows. And then this belt bag is sensational. Oh, are we out of Jambies?
Oh man.
No. There we go. Yeah. These are like silk. They're pretty amazing.
That's great.
Actually, this is a good question. Oh, Conrad, good question. Let me we got to get you a black one. Okay, that's a good point. And it's still hoodie season. Okay, let me make a note of that. And then Conrad, 1 second. Let me ping Kevin. Did I lie? Is there not?
Yeah, I was checking a minute ago. Sorry, I don't think there's
1 second. Yeah, let me ping Kevin. I'll have him create it right meow. Thank you for calling me out. Done.
I think it'd be really cool to try to get whoever, for the folks who are still on right now, like, let's get into that channel as soon as it's available. And I think there could be an opportunity for us to get some of our kind of veteran Amazon sellers
Yep.
together in there to share some best practices. Sounds like we have a good mix of folks who are just starting out. And some of you have some great feedback. And then we'd love to like build the product alongside of you as well. So good opportunities here for us to all connect.
Yeah, amazing. I just pinged Kevin so I can fill some time. If not, I can probably make it worst case. Let's see. The other thing is, what else do we got? I really like the black hoodie. Oh yeah, who do you guys think we should collab with? The drop who we should do our next collab with. Melissa, this will be available maybe 30 minutes or something like that. It's pretty quick rendering, and then you'll get a follow-up email as well. Shopify, not bad. I don't know if I'm allowed to spill tea yet, but there's some stuff going on with the whale and the beast from the north. So soon.
But not
I
Mr.
can spill-
Beast. Not to be
Well,
too, huh?
speaking of, there'll definitely be some feastables in the swag bag, and then they
Nice.
are definitely a fan of Triple Whale. And shout out Mentor Pass. Kenny just brought on the CMO of Feastables. So if you actually want to go talk to him, you can do it on Mentor Pass.
Oh, cool. Melissa, the Amazon feature is available now. So you can go into Triple Whale, go to the integrations page or connections, and then you can connect your Amazon there. Would love to get your feedback on it. No, but that's sorry, Rob, I cut you off. That's awesome though.
No, yeah. It should be really interesting. We have a really cool on the like we're getting channels set up in real time on the webinar.
Love it. Y'all are making things happen at Triple Whale. Very cool.
All the questions got answered. Okay. Who are we giving swag to today? What's the swag?
I mean, listen, we had a lot of good chatting today, and some folks giving some great feedback.
Yeah, we got.
I mean, Kenny B is coming in with great questions.
Kenny B, definitely. All right, Kenny B, you win you some swag. Robert Triple Whale, give me the size, give me the Addy. Let's send you some amazing. Who else do we got?
Let's see here.
We should do something a little more democratic. How can we do some like trivia?
Something more democratic. Yeah.
What else? Who is the first one in the chat? Who is the founder of Amazon? Let's see.
Who is it? Two people or one?
I believe it's one. Okay, Gregory, you win. Who is the current CEO? Or George, you beat him. Excuse me. George hit me up. Who's the current CEO? He used to run AWS. There we go, Gregory. All right, we got Gregory and George. All right, what's a good question, Logan?
Oh man, I'm so bad at this. I need to do better at my community live community building. Things like public speaking and on the spot thinking.
Let's see, what's another fun one? Who was the Lisa named after, the Apple computer? Anybody know that one?
How you're going to Apple?
I've been on a big Jobs Sony kick lately.
Oh, really? Okay.
Sony and Steve Jobs have been going really deep. Founders podcast. Oh, there you go, Ailco. Oh, Ailco just edged you out, Robert. Man, dang, got Ailco, Rabba at triplewhale.com. Hit me up. Valiant effort, though, Robert. Valiant effort. We got to give Robert another shot of glory. Oh, you already have some. Okay. Look at this. People already ahead of me. Amazing. Okay. Let's see. What's another? We'll end on this one. What's a good one? What's another good one? What's a good? You got nothing for me? Maybe
No,
like
you
a
can go something fun, like, what
what about like
city,
a fish or a deadhead? No musical
oh,
refrains.
no one's gonna know that stuff.
Okay, well it's fun. We get to pitch it.
All right, well, listen, I'll ask 2 questions, and if you get either of them right, it's great. All right, so after I guess 5 years ago in 2017, Grateful Dead members got together for, I think it was 2 or 3 night show in Chicago. What guitarist sat in for the
Oh,
late
this
great
is
Jerry Garcia?
that's a great question
Um,
actually.
It's mad niche, yeah. All right, but then going back, here's an easy one. All right, so going back to Amazon, what city is Amazon headquartered in?
Oh, that's good. It was not Flea. That's a
Flea.
great question. That
Yeah,
that's a
he's
great.
a
Oh,
pacer.
Mayor Robert came back and won.
No, it's not Mayor. It's not Mayor.
It
No,
wasn't John Mayer.
no,
Who is
no.
it?
This is
Oh,
there was a Fare Thee Well tour in Chicago. All of Grateful Dead living members were in attendance, and a guitarist sat in to take over Jerry's spot.
who? That's a terrible question. Then
Somebody's gonna know. That's a
I thought it
terrible
was,
question.
I thought it was the John Mayer question. Because isn't he
Nah.
doing that now? Isn't he? He's with
Yeah,
the
that's Dead and Company. That's
Dead
they
Company.
formed a different band. Phil Lesh is
All right.
not in that band. Not
Okay,
Dave Matthews, but close.
All right, you are
Another
terrible
one
at
close
these.
to my heart.
Yeah, we.
But
That's
there's
pretty
another
low.
question out there. Where is Amazon headquarters?
No, Jack Johnson.
No, not
Oh
John.
yeah, that's way too chill. No, George won twice.
Not Clapton.
George got
Oh, George
Seattle.
already got it.
Yeah, George got Seattle.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Where's the second one?
Wait, what? Nice. Kim got it. It's Trey.
Oh, Kim.
job, Kim.
All right. Kim, send me Addy and size at Rabba.
Kim might have Googled that.
I rightfully so. Rightfully so. This one, unbelievable. Okay, and we'll end on a really easy one. And then if you guys have any questions, where's Shopify headquartered?
I don't even know that.
Really?
I have an idea. But
The city. So Leslie, yes, but the judges won't accept that.
your screen is still up, goof.
Oh gosh darn it. All right, let's scrub that. Unbelievable.
Leslie got that one.
Why not, Leslie? You win.
That's
You win.
amazing.
She was gonna get it anyways.
She
Leslie,
knew.
send me. That's perfect. Leslie, send me email at Rava at Triple. Well, you humans are my favorite. I love hanging out with you guys. Just send me the size and address you want. Everybody that won swag today, just Rava at triplewell.com. Size and the Addy. Love to get you some swag out. Yeah, that's it. Look on the lookout for the Whaleys. The Amazon channel, I believe, is spun up now. So that you should be able to find that in Narwhal Nation. And Kevin will get some Amazon experts along with you guys already being the really almost awesome Amazon experts. I mean, not almost. I mean, you guys are. Those were just great recs. So talk amongst yourselves in the air. Whaleys are sold out. We have a bunch of podcasts about the drop. So go subscribe to our podcast. We have Urinary ROAS. We have Ad Spend. And then we have a podcast network that we're going to unveil. It's actually going to be a broader initiative called the Triple Well Network. So we'll actually be starting to cover breaking news. So actually, if you know anybody that is on the tip of the spear of D2C in terms of breaking news, the Shopify ecosystem, et cetera, ping them my way. We are looking to bring basically a news correspondent on. They'll be running the news portion of the Triple Well Network. We have YouTube channels now. So a bunch of really cool stuff to unveil. And then tomorrow and or Thursday, we'll be launching our waitlist for our generative AI product, which is pretty incredible. It's our first big foray into the generative AI space. So really excited with that. What else you got, Logan?
Thank you for being here. We greatly appreciate your feedback and all your time taking to ask these questions. So if there's other integrations that you're dying for, hit us up in Narwhal Nation and let us know. Otherwise, let's get the community talking in the Amazon channel, and let's see if we can't help each other and help build this product a little further on. Be great.
Yeah, I agree with Leslie. Go get you some Sizzler, baby. We're going to Sizzler. Does
Oh,
anybody get
man.
that? It's like
Do they have
it's like the
Sizzler in Austin?
no, it's just like no, that we don't. We did, but there's too much good food in Austin. We don't even have a Qdoba. Like there's like Austin is very non-chainy. I mean, there's definitely some chainy stuff.
Kind of makes sense. I mean, you can get a good burrito
Yeah.
like any cart on the street.
Kenny, will you email me again? I swear I emailed you back. Riot Society, you have all that cool merch, and we were going to do a merch swap. So Kenny, ping me again. We need to connect. I totally spaced on that. Yeah, Robert knows what's good. Powerful torchies. Amazing. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. We're only a minute over, so we were late but on time and leaving. So I don't know if that counts for anything.
Does that help?
Logan, we appreciate you. I think we should be back to our regularly scheduled programming with the Trinity of Awesomeness next week. I believe Sonder is back, but who knows? He's probably going to be going on safari or something. This kid's living his best life. You love to see it. You love to see it. But a big thank you from me, from the whole Triple Whale team, from Logan, and really appreciate you guys taking time out of your busy week to join us for an hour every Wednesday. So that's it for another Whale Webby. And then go follow Logan, ping Logan. He's the bestest. He's on the Twitters. I'm on the Twitters. Go follow the handle. Make sure you're subscribed to Whale Mail. And we love you all. Have a fantastic day, and we'll see you on the flip.
See you later.